Hello everybody, DK Guillotine here, and welcome finally to my review of Spy Family. Oh, dear God, I apologize for making this review just take so long, but I am a dub watcher, as you all know, and the English dub of Spy Family was infuriating because Crunchyroll didn't actually do every single episode on the weekly basis. There was quite a few times when they had an episode come out like a week later. A week would go where there wouldn't be an episode, and the final episode of the show was delayed like 2 weeks. Yeah. The day that I remember, like Saturday a couple of weeks ago, I woke up, went to work, and the whole day I was at work, I was just thinking, when I get home, I can finally watch the Spy Family dub. And oh my God, when they didn't upload it that day, I was so angry. I don't know what movie it's from, but have you guys ever seen that scene of Bruce Willis running around his living room just saying, fuck, shit, fuck, just throwing shit everywhere? Yeah, that was me on that day when they didn't upload it. I was so pissed. But I just watched the final episode, First Contact, and I am finally ready to review one of my favorite animes of 2022. My second favorite anime of 2022. It was defeated by Chainsaw Man at the very end of the year, but this show is bloody delightful. Spy Family is an absolute treat for the human eyes, for the human experience. This show is such a blast, and it's such a unique show. This show is a Shonen Jump anime. It is produced by Wit Studio and Cloverworks, two massive heavy hitters in the anime world. They have made such incredible shows. Wit Studio has made the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan, Ranking of Kings, The Ancient Magus Bride, which I haven't watched yet, but I really want to. And then Cloverworks has made The Promised Neverland. We don't talk about season 2. My Dress Up Darling. They made Bocchi the Rock recently. They are another huge heavy hitter. So two massive, amazing animation studios come together to create, in my opinion, one of the best Shonen Jump animes I have ever watched, easily in my top 5. This show is, like I said, bloody delightful, and it is so effing unique to almost every other Shonen Jump, where 90% of Shonen Jumps are based on the shonen genre of a young boy who is kind of at the bottom of the food chain and slowly rises up and becomes more powerful, like Jujutsu Kaisen, like My Hero Academia. You know, I've not watched Naruto, but I'm sure that's what Naruto is like. You know how it is with Shonen Jump. Where you have that with almost every Shonen Jump series, Spy Family isn't even remotely like that. Spy Family is a completely unique and different Shonen Jump show that takes the concept where you have the main character of this show is Lloyd Forger, aka Agent Twilight. He is a top tier spy. He is the biggest spy. He is the best spy in the business. He is an absolutely incredible spy. And they put him on this, and his organization puts him on a mission that is obscenely important and could mean like the difference of world peace between these two nations that are kind of at war with each other. And he gets put as the person who needs to, who does this. It's called Operation Strix. And basically, his goal is to make contact with this very important person. I don't know exactly what it was. I never caught on to exactly who he is, but he is a very huge deal that it will kind of help them kind of balance out the peace between between the East and the West. Westalis, and I forget what the other place was called. Westalis and then the other one. And he is put on this operation. He is the lead in Operation Strix. And in order to make contact with this person, with this extremely high tier person, this man has his kid enrolled at this extremely illustrious school. And basically, Lloyd's mission is to get a fake family, because he is a spy, and to get his child enrolled in this school so that they can somehow manage to make contact with that person. Because this person is like, he's like the president levels of untouchable. Like, you can't touch him. He's like Gus Fring in Breaking Bad Season 4. You cannot touch this guy. And that is the main setup of this show. And you have Lloyd, who is, again, the top spy in the business, who is an incredible, like, master of disguise. And he's always got, like, these, like, disguises. I don't know how the hell, they never explain how he does it, but he just manages to have, like, perfectly disguised masks of all of his figures. I probably should have said that there was going to be probably mild spoilers in here, but if you're an anime fan, you're almost definitely watching this show. This was one of the biggest shows of the year, so I'm not going to try and hold back with spoilers. I'm not going to spoil, like, massive, massive, massive things. I'm just gonna give like general things, so there may be some minor spoilers in there. I should have threw that out before I got into it, but you know. Anyway, but yes. So Lloyd is this super, super high tier spy. And like I said, I don't know how he does it, but he just always has like, he just somehow just always gets these like incredible masks. Like the one from Black Widow that she like taps and it like changes and it like distorts her face, or I should have said Winter Soldier, you know, a good movie. But yeah, it's like that. But he just, he constantly gets them. I don't know where the fuck he gets them from. It's kind of ridiculous. And then you have him and he gets his daughter, Anya, who is one of my favorite anime characters of all time. Anya is an absolutely fucking delightful character. This character is so unbelievably hilarious, and like I said, she is just every single second that Anya is on screen, you are gonna be having a blast. You're gonna be laughing your ass off. This character has enough facial expressions to literally run your entire, like, you could reply to people on the internet using exclusively Anya facial expressions, and you would probably have no less interaction than how you have it already right now. Literally just sending Anya facial interactions. That is how amazing this character is. And every single time this character is on screen, you are just on cloud nine. She is the funniest, cutest, most wholesome thing you've ever seen in your life. She is just amazing. She is one of my favorite anime characters of all time. She's my favorite anime character of 2022. And she's honestly the reason why I love this show as much as I do. I do love Lloyd, and then you have Yor as well, who is the mother, who is an assassin, and she is also very, very cool as well. Not my favorite character, and she does lead to some of the things I don't love so much about this show, which I'm going to get into in a second, because it's not all 100% positive for this show. I do have a few things that I want to say about this show that lean more towards the negative side, but Yor is an incredible, Yor is an awesome character. I love Yor. She is my least favorite, but I do love all three of them so much. Actually, I don't know if she's my least favorite. I love Anya the most, but Lloyd and Yor are pretty much equal for me. I think they're both really, really, really great characters. And then moving on from that, the show is very slice of life. Like, you kind of have, in a way, the show actually is kind of episodic, which is like, you know, something like Cells at Work or something like that. I'm sorry about this. Sorry, I had a frog in my throat. This show is actually pretty episodic. It kind of does like that, and a lot of it is filler, actually. A lot of this first season of Spy Family is actually filler. And I'll be honest, sometimes it didn't lend to the best experience. There were episodes of the show, such as the volleyball episode, and an episode towards the end involving a kind of a more neglected kid at the Eden High School that I thought was pretty unremarkable and forgettable, and overall were just kind of meh, whatever episodes. But there's also some filler episodes that are really, really, really fucking good, including one of my favorite episodes of the show, where Lloyd is forced to rent out an entire amusement park for Anya in order to appease her for getting into Eden College. Easily one of my favorite episodes of the show. Love that one. But yeah, the filler episodes are very hit or miss, and honestly, most of them are actually filler episodes, because like I said, it is very, very slice of life in that. And it's not slice of life in the way that a lot of anime is, where that, because the show very much has like an overarching plot, and the plot is Lloyd with his fake family trying to make contact with Donovan Desmond, the leader of you know, the whole thing behind Operation Strix. That's the goal of the show. But you have to wait so long to get progression in that. And in a way, that's a good thing, because you want to enjoy your time with these characters, because it's a little bit bittersweet to think about that eventually one of these days there's something's gonna happen that's gonna break them apart, that might break them apart. Lloyd might finally defeat this, and I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. I haven't read the manga, so I have no idea what happens when Lloyd maybe either succeeds or fails or whatever. I don't know what happens. I don't know how this show is going to go on, which I can't wait to see in the continuation of the show, which has already been confirmed. But yeah, that's the overarching thing, is him doing that, and you really don't get that much progression. In all honesty, there's probably like 4 episodes dedicated to the actual progression of that main storyline. You do have some other things though, like there's an arc where Anya gets a dog, which is a really, really amazing arc. One of my favorite arcs, actually probably my favorite arc of the show. It was absolutely stupendous. I loved that arc. And even though it's not really integral to the overarching story, it's a fantastic fucking part of the show that I absolutely freaking loved. But yeah, the show is very slice of life, and I know that some people really hate slice of life animes. I personally adore slice of life. Most of my favorite animes are slice of life. Dragon Maid, Yudu Camp, Spy Family. Yeah, most of my favorite animes are slice of life. Reincarnated as a Slime. I love slice of life because, in my opinion, anime is the best in the business at making memorable, awesome characters, and Spy Family is no different. You have 3 S-tier characters here that do such a great job in carrying this show. However, like I said, and I'm going to use this to lean into a few issues I have with the show, it's not always perfect. There is a couple episodes like the dodgeball. I almost said volleyball. Got high Q on the brain or something. Like the dodgeball episode, or the episode towards the end with the neglected school kid that you watch and you just kind of go, what the fuck was the point of that? Like, I don't understand what on earth I needed to see here. We have an episode where Anya plays dodgeball with the team. There's this muscle kid and he's unstoppable, and then you get this scene that builds up Anya about to do like this awesome thing that that Yor trained her for, and then she does it, and then she completely fails and then gets taken out. And I'm like, what was the entire point of that episode? That episode was nothing. And I've watched it again. I enjoyed it more on the second watch because I was just binging the show. I've watched Spy Family 3 times, so I enjoyed the dodgeball episode on the consecutive watches because I just binged through it because, you know, you just go through it. But man, I remember when I watched that episode on the weekly, I was like, really? that was a painfully mediocre episode of anime. And then another one that happened towards the end was the one with the neglected kid. There's this kid. He's not very popular at school, and his father is being like, I don't know, like taken out. Like his father is being like kind of like, I don't know, his business is being taken away from him, or that's what they think. And this whole episode is about this kid, like he thinks he's gonna get kicked out of school, and then they all trying to help him out and trying to make his last day better. And the whole episode is just okay. I mean, there's some funny moments with Anya, like they're all giving him gifts as he's leaving, and she goes, "You can have this leaf I found on the side of the road," like exactly what Anya would do in this situation. So that's great. But aside from that, this whole episode was just, I don't give a shit. And also, there's a few running jokes in this show that I did not find funny personally. One that I have to talk about is there's a running joke in this where you have Yor's brother, Yuri, who was raised by her sister, by Yor, and Yor sucks at cooking, which is a running joke throughout the show. The whole Yor sucks at cooking joke is, in my opinion, not that funny. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's not like Shion from Reincarnated as a Slime, where it just puts you on like the verge of tears every single time they bring this joke in. It's so epic. I don't know how they managed to make that so fucking funny every single time that they do that joke in Reincarnated as a Slime, how it never got old. But in this, it's like the exact opposite, because Yor sucking at cooking, it just leads. The other thing about this running joke is you have this running joke where Yuri, every time he just scarfs down whatever Yor eats because he's done it his whole life. So she sucks at cooking, so she makes horrible food, and he just scarfs it down, and then he like throws up as he's eating it. And every single time they tried to do this running joke, I was like, I hate this. He's just scarfing down and he just starts vomiting, and I'm like, okay. It's not a big deal. It's a minor little thing in the show, but I didn't like it. I'm sorry. That entire little running joke in the show was not funny, and honestly, I just found really gross. So, yeah, there are also other really great characters in the show as well. 2 other characters I really, really loved in the show were Fiona Frost, who is this woman who comes in later on in the show and is revealed to actually have a crush on Lloyd and wants to be Lloyd's actual wife instead of Yor, so she's trying to like get Yor out of there, and it leads to some absolutely hilarious fucking moments, and I love that character. Fiona Frost, I might even like her more than Yor, honestly. Like, I love Fiona. She is awesome. And then there's the Iron Lady as well, who is the, I forget what she is. She's like the handler. That's it. I remembered that. The handler of Lloyd's mission, and she is really awesome as well. She is this super hardcore badass woman who doesn't take any shit from anybody. She is great. There's some really great moments with her as well. Yeah, the show is great, honestly. Like, Spy Family is a kick-ass show. Watch it. If you haven't watched it, oh my god, watch it. This show rules. I did give a couple of negatives. I did say a thing, but at the end of the day, no anime is perfect. There's a couple, but most animes are not perfect. And you know, an episode, one or two episodes in a 25 episode season, I don't think that is anything to really go too crazy about. A few running jokes that didn't land for me. The show is delightful, man. The show is just absolutely freaking delightful. And another thing about the show is the music is incredible. You guys know how much I love my openings, but even the Spy Family openings were incredible. The first one is Mixed Nuts by Higgy Dandism, a song that I absolutely love. I actually love the, if you haven't watched the music video from that song, it is awesome. Oh my god, watch it. It's so good. I love Higgy Dandism, man. They rule so hard. I grew to really love that opening. I didn't love it the first couple times I heard it. I was actually like, I liked the ending a little bit more, but as I listened to it more, I grew to absolutely love that opening. And then comedy made by Gen Hoshino, which is the first ending, I absolutely love. I think it's a fucking phenomenal ending. And then you get to part 2 and the music gets even better. You have the opening Souvenir by Bump of Chicken, which is probably my favorite opening of 2022. The Chainsaw Man opening, Kickback by Yonenzu Kenshi, and the Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 2 opening are in competition. Those are my 3 favorite openings of 2022. But honestly, I think if I were to pick one as my favorite, I would have to say Bump of Chicken, Souvenir. It is a god tier fucking opening. It is absolutely incredible. Every single frame of that opening is a literal. Like, you could take any frame of that opening of Souvenir by Bump of Chicken and you could photograph it, hang it in a museum, and it would have a crowd 24/7, dude. And an absolutely breathtaking, incredible opening. Absolutely adore that opening. I love the song. I love the visuals. Everything about that opening is god tier. And then the final, and then you have the ending, Color by Yama, which is my favorite song of the show. I absolutely love that one. That one was such a banger. Every single time the episode ended and that one song, you see the little shot of Bond waking up. That song rules, dude. I love that song. That is my personal favorite song. That's the one I've listened to the most because I just love that song. But yeah, all 4 of the songs are just incredible, man. They put it, that is the amazing thing about anime. Like 50% of the reason why I love anime as much as I do is the music. And my god, Spy Family could be a top contender for the argument of that. Alright, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say about Spy Family. That is all the positive, all the negative I want to say about this show. But before I leave this, I want to make very clear that I adore this show. This is one of my favorite Shonen Jump series by far. And I am so happy that this show is as popular as it is, that this show has already been confirmed for a season 2 and a movie, both coming out next year. Have to be honest, I am a little bit worried about that. I don't know why they are making them so close together. I would expect the movie to maybe wait at least a year, maybe even 2 years. But hey, that's what they're doing. We'll see what happens. We'll see if you get burnt out. We'll see if they fumble it. Who knows? You know, Cloverworks is there, so they could pull a Promised Neverland in season 2. We'll see. Hopefully not. I really hope not. But I love this show, and I give Spy Family an S tier. I love this show. It is an absolutely phenomenal show, and if you haven't watched it through some miracle, if you managed to get through the entirety of 2022 without watching this show, you better go fucking watch it, because this is one of the treasures, one of the gems of recent anime, in my opinion. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give me a like and subscribe for some more anime figure reviews, and anime figure reviews in the future. Plenty more Spy Family videos will be coming on this channel because I am a huge fan. I absolutely love this show. And yeah, if you excuse me, I started watching Kakegurui a couple days ago, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it, so I'm gonna go jump back into that. And you guys have a fantastic fucking day. Bye-bye!